Happy Monday, everybody, and thanks for tuning in to Toys, the Universe, and Everything. This week we're playing the best 80s home port of Namco's vertical shooting classic. No, not Galaga. The other one. Xevious. That's a good one too. So, does the 7800 version stay on target? Are you devious enough to beat Xevious? Well, check your difficulty switch, it matters. Flex those trigger fingers, like, subscribe to the channel, and let's take out the mothership. Released in 1988 for the Atari 7800, Xevious is a port of the 1982 Namco arcade classic by the creator of the Tower of Druaga. Originally, Xevious ran on the same arcade hardware as Galaga and was the first game to use pre-rendered graphics. According to the story Atari gives us in the manual, we have seen the aliens and they are us. We are the actual aliens and the ruthless Xevions want their planet back, preferably with us not on it. Earth's only hope, the Solvalu fighter armed with forward-firing blasters and bombs to take out the ground targets. There are hidden citadels that can be uncovered and destroyed for bonus points and hidden Rally X flags that will provide bonus ships. This game does support 2-button controls for the independent firing and bombing, and also combines those controls if you want to use a 2600 stick or other firing solution. I actually thought my Sega adapter was flaking out on me, but discovered that the controls can be set using the difficulty switches, so check your switch before making yourself crazy. This is a go-for-score game. There are motherships, but the game will endlessly loop just like the arcade. Thankfully, Atari was very generous with your starting allotment of ships, and you can earn more at 20,000 and every 60,000 thereafter. Visually, Xevious is a testament to what the Atari 7800 could accomplish. Swarms of enemies bombard you from every side, including below, with never a hint of flicker or slowdown. The enemy fighters animate just as the arcade version does, and the motherships are huge on the screen. The color choices may seem a little muted from the arcade, but this version does a great job of living inside the 7800's graphic capabilities without sacrificing the spirit of the arcade game. I'm still not sold on the font Atari uses sometimes, but if that's all I really have to complain about, then I guess it's a major win. The title screen is far more detailed than the NES version as well. The sound is great on this port. Even without the extra channels a Pokey would have given, the programmers did a terrific job of shoving the arcade game sound into the Atari 7800's built-in chip. It always amazes me how Atari could be so far off on the Nintendo arcade ports, but absolutely nail it with the Namco and Midway games. But Xevious has the music and sound effects that are part and parcel with this game. The bomb noises and blaster fire sound right out of the arcade version here as well. Gameplay is what makes Xevious so devious, and other than a slightly smaller bomb reticule, everything has made the journey over from the arcade. Hidden one-ups, enemy flight and missile patterns, moving tanks, all of it. This is probably the best home version of the game before emulation started being the go-to path for home ports. The only real consideration to make here is getting another joystick option other than the Pro line. I can't play this game more than 2 minutes before I start to hand cramp with that thing. The Genesis arcade stick ran through my 7800 adapter is my favorite weapon of choice. Also, be sure you have your difficulty switch in the right place or the same button will fire your gun and bombs. So, should Xevious be in your growing Atari 7800 collection? The game is super common, and like many of the super common Atari games, it is one of the best on the system. It is the best vertical shooter on the system, including the much beloved Galaga. No, Xevious hasn't aged as well as its motherboard brother, but the 7800 version is slick, polished, and is a truer port of its arcade counterpart than the Galaga port. There isn't any cool multiplayer modes or hidden bits, but what is here is a tense white-knuckle shooter that still challenges even today. For the single-digit price this game pulls, you should have it in your Atari 7800 stack. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and no matter what your questions are about toys, the universe, and everything, remember the answer is always to have fun. And if you've seen the aliens and they are us, try the universal greeting. Ba weep, gra na weep, ninny bong. You'll likely die, but it was worth a shot. Until next time, everybody.